Christian Yelich and Cody Bellinger. We featured him last week on Caps Off. Paths crossing again. Yelich thinks he's gone yard, but Bellinger robs him of a home run. Numbers 1 and 2 in the home run race. Bellinger keeping it close and using more than his bat to do the job. Welcome into Caps Off. I'm Phil Murphy. He is Mark Donaldson.
Yeah, today's feature is the Tampa Bay Rays. I didn't think we'd be featuring them this early in the season. They're one of the hottest teams in baseball right now. And to put that into context, when they were last, really good, when they reached the World Series in 2008, their name had just become the Rays. They were the Devil Rays, and they're pretty good, aren't they, just now?
And they have their pitching staff to thank, led by reigning AL Cy Young winner as the best pitcher in the American League, Blake Snell.
Blake Snell has been nothing short of outstanding for the Tampa Bay Rays, guys. He is dominant in the zone right now.
This is a guy that has a chance to be one of the star left-handers in baseball.
When leading the league in ERA, you got to be an all-star guy.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Reared back with the fastball up.
I mean, this guy is in the elite category, one of the most desirable pitchers in the game.
He's become a star.
Huge pitch right there by Blake Snell.
He strikes you out. He's got power stuff.
Now the Rays have the best record in baseball at the moment. It's not the Red Sox, not the Yankees, not the Astros that won 100 games a year ago, but Tampa Bay.
Yeah, the AL East, we thought the Red Sox would do well. We thought the Yankees would do well. We thought we were going to get the Rays and the Orioles fighting out to see who finishes bottom. That's why we love sports, huh?
The Rays won 90 games a year ago. That was 10 more games than they had won in any of the last 5 years, and they are pacing for a fantastic season. Their bats have been solid. Their pitching staff has been otherworldly.
And they've not been to the postseason since 2013. It's been some wait.
They're tracking for that right now. I spoke with team president Brian Auld about what makes a Rays game day so special.
Well, the most obvious thing is going to be that we have a roof, but there's so much more going on at Tropicana Field. We have a Ray tank out in right center field that has 30 cow-nosed rays swimming around in it. Helps to highlight some of the unique features of our area. We've got 360-degree circulation, so you will often see fans milling around the outfield, connecting socially, sharing a beer, occasionally yelling at a right fielder along the way. We really work hard to appeal to families here in particular, and so every Sunday after the game, we open up our entire field to kids who both run around on the bases, get their faces painted. We'll visit balloon artists in the outfield, sometimes even hitting wiffle balls into the seats. And so we really try to connect with our fans wherever we can, and we use this venue to do that. This season, we will be the first cash-free ballpark in North America, and we're really excited to bring that experience to our fans. It's going to move the concessions lines a lot more quickly, help us cut down on some errors too, and we think it's going to be a really great experience for all our fans. Something that's coming to the industry across the board, I think, in coming years, and we're kind of excited to be on the forefront of it. Now, this franchise is just over 20 years old, and we've built up a major fan base here. We've even converted some of those Red Sox and Yankee fans along the way, and we see that baseball in Tampa Bay is going to be strong for generations to come.
Mark, when I was at Tropicana Field, Brian told me I had to grab two things, and he's the team president, so I have to listen.
What are they?
One is the Budweiser braised short rib grilled cheese sandwich.
Which be this?
The other, I had to pick up the Monster Cap, which is the old Rays logo with the current color scheme. Check.
Yep.
And check.
I like that as well.
As we step up to the dish, why don't you sample the Budweiser braised short rib, and I'll describe what's in it, then we'll get to your review.
So a couple of things from this. Growing up in the UK, sourdough bread was never a big thing until I came to the States. I love it. This is sourdough bread, but the that's a tough one to
horseradish cream.
The horseradish cream. Look at this. It's already coming out. I'm going to go for this bit here.
Also caramelized onion, Swiss cheddar, and Fontina cheeses, all piled on sourdough bread. Man, I can smell that from here. Does that taste as good as it smells?
I haven't even had the bread yet because the bit came out. It was fantastic. The horseradish, I'd maybe want without. I'm not going to be that guy that goes to a ballpark and asks for something without something else. Goodness me. Very good. Do you want to try?
I will try in just a moment, but if you head out to Tropicana Field, you can sample this Budweiser braised short rib grilled cheese sandwich out in center field on the Budweiser porch. What else you can find there is a Rays tank, as our friend Joey Mellows, Baseball Brit, discovered earlier this week.
Here I am, everybody, in St. Petersburg, Florida, home of the Tampa Bay Rays. Formed in 1998 as the Devil Rays. They're one of 7 teams never to win a World Series, but for my money, they're one of the most exciting and interesting teams to watch this season. Here we have Ryan, absolutely massive Rays fan, just about to do something far more brave than I would do. He's touching one of the Rays. Is he going to go for a double? Yes, he is. He's got a double. Ryan, how did that feel, mate?
Amazing. It's one of the best parts of Tropicana Field.
One of my favourite things about the Rays when it comes to jerseys, this has got to be one of my all-time favourite throwback jerseys. From when they were the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, when they started in 1998. They changed the name in 2008 to the Tampa Bay Rays. I think this jersey is absolute fire.
Hey, I know the inside of that gift shop well. I picked up my cap. As the Rays take on the Red Sox this weekend, reason for confidence for Boston. Even though they've struggled so far this season, they just took 3 in a row off Tampa.
They did, but a quick opportunity for Tampa to gain revenge over the men from the Northeast. That gap at the top, though, it was pretty good for the Rays. It's just getting that little bit closer now, isn't it?
A little snug. Well, the road to London got a little more bumpy for the other team that will play in England this summer. The Pinstripes cannot stay healthy. Aaron Judge going down with a, quote, significant oblique strain. General manager Brian Cashman said he's going to be down a while, and a while would go past that 2-week time frame. Now, Judge is accompanying the club on their West Coast road trip, but only as a supporter, Mark. He will not dress.
This is a look at the players who are on the injured list right now. And I was just trying to think if it's best to have them all at once for a few weeks and then start all over again. But look how many injured players the Yankees have.
Nobody in the history of American sport has made the same impact that Babe Ruth made on the world of baseball. The inventor of the home run. A powerhouse who built the reputation of an entire club. A larger-than-life figure who revolutionized his sport.
He so towered above everyone. There was no one, in terms of sheer statistics and power, that in his era who came even close to him.
He was the first major media star in American life, and he really transcended baseball.
Babe Ruth is considered the greatest ball player who ever lived.
Greatest of all time is not hyperbole. When Ruth was putting up these numbers 100 years ago, these were mind-blowing. For context, when he joined the league, the single-season home run record was 27 in a year. When he left, it was 60. Unprecedented offense.
Pitched as well, and the Red Sox got 3 World Series, got 4 World Series with the Yankees. Got a quick story about him when he went to the UK, if you don't mind. 1935, he was 40 years old. He was introduced to cricket on a round-the-world trip by an Australian called Alan Fairfax. So he decided not to adopt the cricketing stance. Apologies for that, it's not very good, I know that, I'm not a cricketer. But he went for the old baseball stance with the cricket bat. He destroyed about 5 or 6 of them. A modern-day replica, maybe Ian Botham, who was in Sports Illustrated as cricket's Babe Ruth in 1986, for a bit of context.
And one of his career marks, was passed this week by a generational great from this era as we set the mark with Albert Pujols, passing Babe Ruth in career runs batted in, as that long ball into the Anaheim night gave him 1,993 for his career, passing Babe Ruth for 5th all time. And the crazy thing about this, he's going to be climbing this ladder quickly, as look at all the other names, Hall of Famers, many of them, who Pujols could pass by the end of the week. That is quite a thing. This is What a Thing, and we start, Mark, with Yankees-Angels.
We do. So this is a routine toss over to first base. Look, Voit unable to catch it. Well, it turns out that Voit literally had a hole in his glove, and he had to go back to the dugout to get a replacement. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Have you?
It's rare. Normally they say a guy has a hole in the glove when he commits an error. Dexter Fowler has no excuse for this. Noah Syndergaard at the plate. Man, 3 different Mets pitchers have gone yard this year.
Oh, no.
There's an asterisk on that one. Dexter Fowler with the unintentional assist, ball going off his glove, and since it never touched in play, it is a 4-bagger, a home run.
Alex Smith has done that as well over the last few days. It's not ideal when you're trying to get a routine catch.
So, web gems are the best defensive plays of the week. Neither of those plays qualify. One guy didn't even really have a web on his glove, but these do. We start with the 3 best of the last week, heading to Indians-Mariners to get us rolling.
Okay, so the drive to deep right field, Greg Allen hustling and laying out on the warning track for the catch. I've set it up. Let's see what happens.
Wow.
Oh, come on.
Look at how round he
I was just about to say, he has covered a fair bit with some pace. Doesn't matter about personal safety. He's prepared to make the catch. Wonderful. That was 3. This is 2. Blue Jays against Athletics. Philip?
Teoscar Hernandez thinks he has extra bases. Ramon Laureano tracking, climbing, robbing, but that's just the half of it. Look at this throw. The adrenaline sends it darn near into the front row. Nick Hundley, though, backs it up and throws out Justin Smoke, who's getting greedy, trying to go to second. Jurickson Profar with the tag. One of the wildest double plays you'll see, and it all starts with Laureano robbing a home run.
Yeah, good luck writing that down if you've got enough space on your pad. Number 1, Blue Jays against the A's. Josh Phegley popping one up to Chateau left. Freddie Galvis, come on now. I mean, that looks a little bit easier than it is. That is phenomenal from Freddie Galvis.
Does that qualify for web gems if he didn't really use the... I guess you have a web in your hand, technically.
It's certainly not in what thing with some of those errors that were made. But hey, plenty more good play this week.
Many of those balls hit off the sweet spot of the bat. Here is the tweet spot, where we encourage fans from the UK who attend Major League games in the States to send us pictures. This week, Mark, someone who, a friend of yours on Twitter, Lee Cherry.
Well, he wasn't a friend until I got in touch with him, because I saw the Leeds United jersey. Leeds were doing all right in the Championship. He's got a fetish for misery. A bit like me, I support Hearts in Scotland. He's a Leeds fan and a Mets fan, but he enjoyed City Field. Who wouldn't?
Lee Cherry, I'm with you, but the Mets aren't doing too poorly this season.
Not bad.
You just got to keep it going. April's not the problem for them. It's when we get to June, July that things fall apart. So Lee and all the Mets supporters out there, Tracy and all the like, just enjoy the good times while we have them.
Hey, April's been the problem for Leeds United right now. Are they going to go up straight away? Are they going to go up through the playoffs? Hopefully they do go up. Another fun Caps Off for us today. Thanks for everyone to get in touch. He's Phil Murphy. I'm Mark Donaldson. Caps Off returns soon.